my head was constantly thinking about food. And the scary thing is that in this state, even you think about animal products and they're like, yum, I wanna eat it. Of course, I would never, because I'm vegan for so many reasons. I don't need them, they're unhealthy. But
okay, guys, you remember Ferdy, Vegains? He was the vegan bodybuilder. Really amazing physique. He's really young, early 20s, so I think these young folks can get away with this for a little bit, you know what I mean? Because you can pretty much, when I was that age, I could eat fast food every day, and as long as I worked out, I looked amazing. So, yeah, he had an appendectomy. Well, actually, it burst first, which is a much bigger ordeal because they have to go in and clean it out after that. So he was in Bali at the time. There were complications, I believe. So when he got back to Germany, they had to go back in once or twice more. He ended up having colitis and all sorts of issues and complications after that. But it's been 2 months, and he's finally getting to a place where he feels like he can start working out again, and try to get his body back. So I was interested in seeing how this plays out, because it was quite rapidly how fast his body ate through all of that muscle, and he had very little fat. So his body ate through all of that muscle within like days. Within days, I mean, it was very quickly. And he was skin and bones, and he's just been building himself back up as a vegan. And you know, that's concerning to me because there isn't a lot of nutritionally dense food are plants. There are no full spectrum plant foods like, you know, you would have with raw milk or eggs. You know, animal foods that give you a variety of different nutrients. So yeah, he's going at it though. He's trying, and he's looking better. I've got to say that. He looks well now, at least. He looks like he's doing okay. He does look vegan still. Like, he's looking to me like Mike the vegan and all of the male vegans tend to look. Sort of a skinny, fat sort of look that they have. But he's going to try to rebuild himself. So let's take a look at some of this stuff.
On a vegan diet. I've been vegan for around 7 years. And yeah, over the last years, I built a great physique. Can we roll some random footage of that while I speak? Yeah, that was me. And as you might know, I lost all my muscles, basically all my muscles, 20 kilograms over the 2 months in the hospital, where I almost lost my life a couple times. And I'm quite sure my muscles saved me, because my body was feeding on all my fat and all my muscles. And if there wouldn't be that much muscle mass, then there wouldn't be anything to feed on, because I also lost all my fat. Like, it was just skin over bone in the worst stage, and I couldn't even get blood out of my veins. It was horrible. Yeah, I'm quite sure the muscles saved my life. So thank you, muscles. But
okay, so I would say there's not too much to look at just yet. I just wanted to kind of put forth a question. Do we think he can do this? Build himself up from the bottom all the way back up to where he was, to the state he was at. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe he can come close. Maybe because given, you know, plant protein powders and all the stuff all of these bodybuilders use, you've got the macronutrients there at least, you know. That doesn't mean you're not going to be nutrient deficient. I mean, all he's working with now is what reserves he had left in his bones and the little tissue that was left after this. So he's starting all the way from the bottom. It's almost like he gave birth. You know, some of these vegan women, they're doing so bad because they are putting all of their reserves into a child and whatnot. So he ended up having to start completely over. And yeah, like I said, the macronutrients are there. I think he's going to suffer. You know, he's going to suffer in ways that he won't be able to pinpoint and he won't understand. And he will just keep thinking that this food has what it, it has what he needs, and he'll keep trying and he'll keep going at it. He is really wrapped up in the ego, which is pretty sad. I'll let you take a listen.
I don't know. It's so weird to see myself still, because for years I was that muscular guy and now I'm skinny. And when I edit this later, I might cry again, because I see myself and like, when I edit this later, I might cry again.
So the key word there, again, he might cry again. And I didn't want to bring it up, when all of this was going on, when he had that surgery and all of that, and he had that breakup, and that video he put out, he cried like 3 or 4 times in that video where he was talking about his breakup. And I was like, wow, maybe he's just really emotional right now with all that's going on. But this diet is not helping you, bro. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm not going to say men shouldn't cry, because obviously you're human. You're going to have emotions. But men and women are different, okay? We have different hormones. So these things are different. And I know men that have literally cried like once or twice in their life. I don't know if that's normal, but most of the men I know are like that. They can count like a handful of times in their life when something really big happened, a death in the family, a child being born, things like that. So when guys are breaking down like this, there are a lot of telltale signs that something's not right with this vegan diet. And I can tell you, this is a signal. This right here is a signal. Maybe, I don't know if it's too much estrogen. And it's the whole soy boy thing. It's like it feminizes them. He seems like a really sweet young boy. So I hope he can realize before it's too late. He really, really loved his body. So hopefully that will be the thing that does it for him, that he's like, screw this, when he can't build himself back up. I don't want to say when, because he may be able to, but if he can't, hopefully, or if he does and he just isn't feeling good, if he doesn't have the energy or the motivation or the strength or, that same vitality, I hope he can actually see it, have the intuition and the know-how to understand that something isn't right, that he needs to switch things up, So, yeah, we need our men to be strong. We need to get rid of this sort of beta time bomb that is the vegan diet. And we need our men built back up. We need strong men. We need them to be proud that they're strong. And yeah, it's not going to be done on plants. It just isn't. They don't have what we need, male or female. They don't have what we need. Like I said, they don't have the full spectrum. There are so many things missing. You're going to have to, have a nutritionist and a whole team of doctors planning this out, chronometer, and you're still going to be missing stuff. That's the thing. It doesn't make any sense to do this to ourselves. Also, I want to ask, what is it doing to our women? And I'm not trying to pick on anybody or call anybody out. Just in the last 24 hours, these are women. I just quickly screenshot it. And these are 20-something-year-old women. These are young women looking anemic. They all have this yellowish sort of tint to their skin if they've been truly vegan, You can tell which ones have really been vegan. I just want to ask, if you have any sort of faith or, religion, or if you believe in a creator at all, do you really believe this is what we were created to be? To be like. And just imagine a whole world of people becoming this way, like they want it to be, like they think it's going to be this perfect, ideal world where everyone eats this way. Imagine that for a moment. There won't be family anymore. The whole dynamic will be completely flipped and twisted, and The kids we have will end up looking weakly, sickly. It'll just get weaker and weaker down the line until people just can't have kids anymore. And I don't know how else to explain this without it seeming very harsh and very cruel. But this is what would happen. The best thing a woman could do in today's age is to listen to what the media is telling you. All of this toxic masculinity and other bullcrap. And go out and find that exactly. And marry him. And have children. And raise your family on meat and milk and eggs. So that they can have strong, healthy kids one day too.
But don't care about the looks. If you really want to build muscles, it's just an excuse not to train at home because an exercise doesn't look cool. I mean, look at me. I currently look like a weak, I don't know. It's so weird to see myself still because for years I was that muscular guy and now I'm skinny. And when I edit this later, I might cry again because I see myself and like, that isn't me, but it is me because I'm not used to that.